This is my chunkiest planner so far, and I want to show you what's in it. Hey there, it's Elisa, but of course you can call me Ellie. So here's kind of the backstory of this planner and why it's so chunky. So let's travel back in time to the year 2020. I was one of those people that I was like, this is gonna be my year, and I was planning to be all sorts of organized, have my life totally together. So that year I decided that I would have multiple planners that I would be working in throughout that year, each with its own specific purpose. So I had separate planners for work, for youth ministry volunteering, for my YouTube channel and other related social media, regular personal planner for everything else that I was doing in my life, and then of course a separate planner for decorative memory keeping purposes. I think that was all of them. So I bought all of these planners and I spent so much time and effort making sure that they looked okay. I kind of franken-planned some of the planners together so that it had some pages from a journal or notebook that I wanted, and then some other pages from a different planner, and put them all together. And then I even made sure that I switched around some of the discs and the covers so that they all matched, and they looked awesome when I stacked them all together. And even my cats approved of them, especially Minerva. It was a lot, but it was working. And I really thought that I found a good planner system that worked for me, and I kind of did. But then the pandemic happened. I stopped using some planners. I changed how I was using some of the ones that I still kept around. I would use some pages from one planner for certain weeks and then another planner for other weeks, and it was a whole mess. So I really struggled with what to do with those planners since they were kind of crazy and all over the place. So I just decided to take all of my planner stuff within that time, that weird time frame, and just put it all together. That's why this planner is so huge. This is like loosely everything between October of 2020 and December of 2021. And I have different sections for work, social media, volunteering, my personal catch-all planner, my memory keeping planner. It's all in here. Now I do have a cute little table of contents in here to kind of help me keep track of which section has which time frame in it. So obviously I'm not going to show you every single one of these pages, but I do want to still show you some of the stuff in here and how it's organized, and then also flip through all of the memory keeping spreads that I've done, because I think they're really cute and they're really pretty, and I spent a lot of time on them. Just a couple of disclaimers before we get into this though. First of all, I did cover up some of the more sensitive information with sticky notes, so you will see at least one sticky note on almost every page. I know sticky notes and planner spreads really triggers some planner people out there, so just giving you a heads up, if sticky notes are like a planner pet peeve of yours, this is your warning. Now's your time to exit this video. My other disclaimer is that since this planner is so old, all of the products in here are really old, and it's been a while since I've purchased everything in this planner. So I don't really remember where a majority of this stuff came from. I can't guarantee that any of this stuff is available anymore, but as long as all of that's okay with you, let's go ahead and get into this planner. Oh, what's that on my wrist, you ask? That just so happens to be my favorite bracelet that I've ever made for myself. I use the colors and charms that match my channel logo, and I thought it matched this planner really well, so I thought this was like the perfect time to show it off. All right, sorry for the glare. I still can't figure out how to get good lighting so that you can see everything, but so that there aren't like light bulbs and rings everywhere and any of the shiny surfaces. Isn't this cover gorgeous though? It says, "Look at all the magic around you," and it's this dark purple galaxy print with holographic foiling details. Gorgeous. Even the inside of the cover is beautiful. So here's that table of contents, and then the first page does have my last name on it, so I covered that up. And remember, this is a Franken planner of a ton of different planners and pages, so this first page did not originally come with this cover. So in addition to the table of contents at the front, I do have a little label on each section that reiterates what that section is and what time frame it covers. And then I also have an index card that has a color key for the color coding system that I used for that section at the time. There really isn't any information that you need to see in the work section, but I do want to show you what the divider for each month looks like. It seems like each month I changed what inserts or planner I was using. So it's kind of funny to see how things like the colors, the fonts, even the layout changes each month. And then all of these pages had a lot of really sensitive information, so I'm just going to skip past those. Moving on to my ministry section, same thing, I have a little note on there saying what this section is and what's included. And this year we didn't really have a lot going on except for online meetings through Microsoft Teams. So all I really ended up having in this planner were things that I had printed out with schedules and stuff like that, and then just like a log that I kept for myself of what we went over during that meeting. Oh, and also some notes that I took at some of our adult volunteer meetings. So the next section is my Ellie Planit social media planner. This one I did also have a color key that I used for like the different colored pens for different colored things. So this one I can show you. That's just what each of these index cards looks like. And I probably wrote the most in this section out of my functional planners, but I didn't really adhere to it. So this planner just ended up being a log of what I did post, and most of it was on private personal accounts and not even my Ellie Planit stuff. I basically just wrote those in there just so that I could say that I did something. And look, this is what I thought each week was going to look like. I really thought that I would be uploading 2 YouTube videos per week and then have all of these extra social media posts and then some miscellaneous videos in between on a monthly basis. I don't know where I thought I was going to get that motivation from, but like, kudos to 2020 Elisa. This was kind of my catch-all planner. I didn't really know what to label it, so I just called it social. And this is another one where I did use monthly and weekly happy planner pages from a ton of different planners. Some of them were so old. And here's some more failed social media plans, which clearly did not happen. Ooh, this is fun. So this is the follower count for all of my social media platforms. I don't know why I had them logged here instead of my social media planner, but whatever. Okay, so this is what I really want to get into. So this is my memory keeping planner section thing. So this is what I had for memory keeping. I really didn't do too much in this planner, but what I did, I really ended up liking. I even added this cute little journal card. I didn't end up writing anything on it, but I thought it was pretty and it matched the spread. So each month does have a theme or a color scheme or both. So for January, I really wanted to go with kind of a black and gold sort of vibe. There's a lot of metallics in here. And this is the month where I was really starting to find my planning style. So I would start with a sticker kit and then add some other stickers that I had, and I would even sometimes print out photos that I would add in there as well, since these are memory keeping spreads. I am a little sad that I didn't do more months in my memory keeping planner, just because I do like how they turned out. And then at the end of each month, I have kind of like a summary page, so kind of like a scrapbook page of all of the highlights for that month. For February, I really wanted to use a lot of reds and hot pinks. I hadn't used a lot of foil until this year, so 2021, but in this planner I did start adding foil at least to the holidays to make them a little extra special. For March, I wanted to keep it springy with a lot of blues and greens and then some soft pinks and peaches in there. This is also the month that I moved, so I was able to use a lot of kits that had home or moving themes, so that was fun. Oh, and this is also the month that I got my cat Winnie. Whew, and that April divider is just one sheet of foil. Wow. For April, I had a lot of blues and grays. I kind of wanted to have like rainy or April showers kind of vibes. And this kit with all the foil is so gorgeous. I wish I remember where I got it from. But this is the week that I got my second cat, Minerva. Look how tiny she was. Minnie was so small when I first got her. For May, I wanted to use a lot of florals and then a lot of pinks and peaches. And this is a week that I actually uploaded a lot of YouTube videos. I'd love to be able to do that again, but no promises. In June, I really wanted to focus on light purple colors, as well as some soft pinks and peaches. I'm just now realizing how much purple, pink, and peach I have in this planner. I loved the artwork for this kit because that full box on Sunday really reminds me of my cat Winnie. And that is it, the last page of my memory keeping planner that just so happens to perfectly match the inside of the cover. And there you have it, my huge, massive, heavy 2020 through 2021 planner.